Well, good morning. I'm reading Psalm 62 this morning, and it's a great reminder that God is our only refuge. Now, David, being king, he has a lot of enemies. And you can hear him as he is dealing with those enemies in this psalm. So he says, verse 1, "Truly my soul waiteth upon God, from him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved." And so David is saying, of all the things that I might trust in, God is the only one that is a true rock for me, that is a true defense. Of all the fences that I could build around my house to try to keep me safe, God's the only one that truly can do that. He goes on to talk about his enemies. He says, "How long will you imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you. As a bowing wall shall ye be, or as a tottering fence. The only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Selah." So he's talking about his enemies. He says, they're just constantly trying to tear David down. And he's constantly trusting in the Lord. Verse 5, "My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from him." I love that. How many times do we expect for certain things to happen, or we're expecting for something to come through for our deliverance? He says, I'm not expecting anything except for God to come through for me. I'm expecting him. Verse 6, "He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. In God is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in God. Trust in him at all times. You people, pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us." Trust in him at all times. Trust in him when things are good. Trust in him when things are bad. Trust in him when you understand what's going on. Trust in him when you don't have any idea what's going on. Why? Because God is a refuge for us. And how do we get through these deals? Well, David tells us, pour out your heart before him. Pour out your heart before him. Your heart, the innermost being, your not only your emotional makeup, but also just the secret inner you, that you, who you are, the part of you with which you believe. He says, pour that out before God. In other words, go to God in prayer and talk to him about the things that are going on in your life. "Surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. To be laid in the balance, they are altogether lighter than vanity." So David says, it doesn't matter. I can try to put my faith in men of low degree, just normal, common, everyday men. Or I could look for the really high and exalted man, the important person. But he said, when you put them in the balances, it's like laying some stubble on the balances. They don't press down. They don't have the kind of weight that you would need to have help. "Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them." One of the things that many people trust in and think is a defense for them is their money. They've got their money. They can move to a place where they're safe, or they can use their money to protect themselves against different things with their insurance and all of these different things that money can buy. But David realizes, and he reminds us, that you really shouldn't trust in your money, because it's not going to come through for you. You need to trust in God. He says, "God hath spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belongeth unto God. Also unto thee, O Lord, belongeth mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work." Fantastic psalm, great reminder this morning. Trusting in anyone or anything, they're all going to let us down eventually. Even things that are supposed to come through for us in times of need, sometimes they fail. But God never fails. God is a refuge. He is our strength. He always comes through for us. Pour out your heart before him. God bless you. Hope you have a great day.